What is going on, YouTube? Check it out, 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 check it out. It's your boy NEXX, next level. Back again with another video, man. Big shout out to all my new subscribers, man. I love you guys, man. This video right here is gonna get real deep. I'm gonna get real personal on this one, guys. Okay? Just gonna get right into it, man. So, I actually, I joined, I'm always looking for, platforms and, social media sites where real TIs are. I'm always looking to connect with them, see what they're posting, see where their head is at, see how, this program affects everybody, because it's always on a different note with everybody. Everybody's targeting is different. And I actually checked out Reddit, guys. If you don't know about Reddit, there's some TI gang stalking subreddits that I checked out, and there's actually some TIs on there. And what I did was I made a post on one of the gang stalking. Actually, it was a gang stalking subreddit, and I asked everyone, how long have you guys noticed your targeting? How long has this been a thing with you? And I said, me personally, I've been targeted since birth. This thing has been going on since I've been born, and I have no doubt in my heart that I've been going through this thing since I was born. And just wanted to know where everybody was at. So right away, I think whoever it was, I'm pretty sure this person is a perp, but I'm gonna screenshot it and show you right now. As you guys can see, this guy found time out of his day to, I don't know, was he trying to play me? I think he was trying to play me, oh really? You targeted since birth? What'd you do? Piss off the doctor? Like, come on, bro. You ain't come off to, really? Really? I mean, for somebody to even say that, man, it makes you really look like a perp, bro. Really. There's a lot of people who have been targeted since birth, and I happen to be one of them. And I don't think it's funny, and I don't take it light, that people would even come at TIs like that, to, be a perp. And, so I decided to rewind time, because I've been telling a lot of my story, and since it has been from birth, I decided to talk about, right, what happened to me before I was born, when I was born, and just lead my way up, So I'm gonna get into it. This is my past, present, and future series, and I'm gonna get into it. Y'all check it out. All right, we are back. So, life was never easy for me, and when I found out about this program, it was really easy for me to think back on all the memories that I remember, and also the things that I was told, all the lies that I was told, all the things that happened to me, which led me to this conclusion that I have been targeted since I was born. Now, there's a lot of people who are and to know that yes, you can be targeted since you were born. Like you can be. Like this is not disinformation, and I'm gonna just start from the beginning. I just want everybody to know that this is definitely not easy for me to talk about, not easy for me to express, and I just want y'all to fasten your seatbelt. This is definitely going to be a bumpy ride, okay? Alright, so before I was born, before I was conceived, my dad, the person who I never known really, you know, he had a family, he had a wife, kids, he had a mother and father who really loved him. They had money, he was a popular guy, he had a band, they owned clubs, nightclubs, he was very successful, was a real ladies man, a charmer. And my mom, on the other hand, she had my older brother and sister, and it was just her, and she was struggling to get by, and real crazy situation. You know, she grew up dirt poor with her mom, never knew her dad, never knew anything about him. Now, my older brother, sister, and me, we all have different fathers, which kind of made things a little crazy, you know, as far as the bond and the relationship that we had or didn't have, or whatever you want to call it. But you know, this is before I was born. So my dad cheated on his wife, right, and family and kids, and cheated on his wife to have an affair with my mom, and my mom ended up getting pregnant with me. Now, she told me during conception, she felt me being pregnant. Like, after they got done doing what they were doing, she felt his sperm merge with her egg, and right then she saw fireworks. She knew she was pregnant with me. So after, we got a little perks out here, but after they got done having sex, she rolled over and told my dad, "I'm pregnant," and he didn't believe her. He thought she was trying to trap him or whatever, you know. So while she was pregnant with me, in a state of panic, my dad didn't want his wife to find out that he had got another lady pregnant with me. My dad would come over to the house, try to convince my mom to abort me. She wasn't having it. So what he did was come over often, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, to beat her, right? To try to kill me because she wouldn't agree to an abortion. So he was beating her 2-3 times a week, sometimes 4 times a week during her pregnancy. So I was being abused before I even made it out the womb, guys. Like, this is my start to life, right? So the beatings got so severe that my mom said she got tired of it, you know. She was tired of him beating her so much, and I survived through all of those beatings before, you know, and this was really like beatings. I survived that. She got exhausted, she got tired, and she just didn't want to deal with it anymore. So she even tried to kill me, you know. She was trying to kill me. Both of them were trying to kill me. before I was even born, right? So, and I know this is crazy, guys, like this is crazy, but it's my life, it's my story. So I was born on October 11th, and when I was born, the doctors told my mother, well, actually, I gave my mom, the only kid that she had this issue with, but I gave my mom a stroke down her left side of her body. She was paralyzed. She couldn't move her nothing on the left side of her body. But when that happened, the doctors took me away when I was born and told my mom there was some kind of complications with me when I don't believe there wasn't. They were doing stuff to me as a baby. I don't know what exactly, but they came back and told my mom my temperature was so high, you know, like you know how they just tell people stuff. My temperature was so high that they had to put me in a tub of ice water to cool my temperature down as an infant, like as a newborn baby. And my mom knew that something wasn't right with me right away. She said that as a kid, I was the only one out of my older brother and sister who would just cry for hours. Cry and cry. She couldn't get me to stop crying, and it drove her crazy to the point where she would just put me in the closet, stuff me in the closet, and I would just cry for hours and hours and cry myself to sleep. Like something was going on. Like I wasn't just crying, like for no reason. Something was going on, and I just had all kinds of health complications. And I remember going back to the hospital as a kid, and I remember having, even my mom will tell me, she told me this numerous times, that I had 27 ear infections before I turned 2 years old. I had 27. Yeah, 27. And I can remember many times as a kid, like feeling like I don't know, man, feeling like a test subject or something. Like a bunch of doctors just standing around me, spraying stuff in my ear, doing all kinds of things to me. Like I can remember that. Alright guys, you heard what I said, right? 27 ear infections before I turned 2, okay? Before I turned 2 years old. Like nothing was right about anything, you know, when I was born, before I was born, and just after I was born, like the madness just steps up to the next level. It just keeps going up to the next level and the next level and the next level. Okay? 27 ear infections. I had all kind of health issues growing up. There was all kind of family issues that was just crazy, that was just retarded, that just didn't make any sense. Like it, I mean, absolutely didn't make any sense. But we're gonna talk about all of that right now. And it's just so much that, you know, I can't give it to you guys all in one video. So you guys are gonna have to bear with me and be patient. But just understand when I tell you that I was targeted since I was born, that I mean I was targeted since I was born, okay? No, I didn't piss any doctor off or nothing like that at that point, but believe me when I tell you, I was targeted since I was born. So Let's see here, man. Look at this, guys. Perp peeping out the window. I've been through this before. Okay, so I'm gonna try and ignore them so I can get this story out, or just get to the end of this chapter, you know. Get to the end of this chapter. So 27 ear infections. I always had sleep issues ever since I could remember. I had a hard time getting sleep at night. I never could go to sleep, and that since I can remember, guys. Like, the sleep deprivation thing for me is not normal. You know, I don't look at it like it's a gift, you know, because you should be able to lay down and get some sleep and go, you know, especially as a kid growing up, having to go to school. But I always had some health issues growing up. I had some real crazy stuff going on with my skin. I couldn't use regular soap. I had to use steroid cream, and I was consistently going to the hospital consistently, whether it was for pneumonia or another ear infection, or because my skin was itching so bad that I couldn't even think straight. You know, it was like torture. I remember crying very oftenly because I couldn't do anything but just scratch my entire body. And then when I went to the doctor, they just didn't know what it was, you know, like, oh, we don't know what it is, we're gonna take a skin culture. You know, they took my DNA and ran lab tests, and they didn't know what it was, so they just dubbed it eczema. Yeah, that's the thing. They just said, oh, we're just gonna say you got eczema, and they prescribed me all kinds of stuff. It wasn't soap, but it was prescription that I had to use just to bathe with. And if it wasn't itching, it was burning, rashes and hives all over my body. I had breakouts in my hair, all over my body, guys. Like, and I remember going to the doctor and them just looking at me like puzzled, like I'm a specimen, right? And they just didn't know what it was. It was torture. It was torture, guys. I hardly got any sleep at night, but I was a very sharp kid. Like, I was very smart. Like, I got really good grades, and I ended up going to, I grew up in the inner city, in a poor area, poor neighborhood. My father, he wasn't there at all. He actually would, I mean, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna end it here, because it's gonna really dive deep, and I don't want this video to go too long, but part 2 of the Past, Present, and the Future Chronicles will come soon, and I'll pick up from where I left off. But guys, if you are targeted, my heart is with you, man. Just know that, yes, it is very possible to be targeted since birth. I happen to be one of the many who have been targeted since birth, and I'm going to tell my story whether people like it or not. I hope people can learn from it, because I feel like deep inside of the mess, there's always a message, guys. And I'm going to see you on the next one, alright? Peace.